All right, this is where you're making your money. Crystalline, this is the broke variation.
This has got to be the most used, the most hated, the most ambitious variation in the entire game. This has got to be the go-to variation for people to pick up if they want to use this character.
I'm gonna say this here. I don't want to offend nobody, but this has to be the most carried variation I've ever seen in my life. Banging your head against the wall and everything just works out fine.
Exactly. Like, this variation, you do not have to work hard at all to get your dub. You do not have to work hard. This, if anything, I have used this variation and I already know how it feels to be unstoppable. Like, I know how it feels. You can't stop me if I'm in this. If I'm using this variation of Tremor, there is no way on earth that you can stop me because of the tools he has. However, I will say this though. However, some characters he still does have to respect them in this variation.
Crystal toss, back forward 2.
Universal, same thing.
Same as all the other tosses, all the other back forwards too. High
The
and
only-
then mid.
Exactly. If I had to say the difference, it's just the sound. That's the only difference out of all of them. It's the sound. Like, other than that, it's the same.
Rolling crystal, back forward 4.
Same thing. Just the unique sound of crystal.
Same as all, same way, you just use it to get your plus frames with your amplify.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Especially in the corner. Crystallization, down 1.
Oh, man. Okay.
Flex.
Flex. Okay? This is called flex. I'm not gonna call it crystallization. It's called flex. Okay? This button right here will save your life at all times. And the reason why I say that is because, so if you do like a hard knockdown, for example, you can go straight into that. And guess what happens? Now, since he got that flex on, right? Anything you try to do, you can hold block and it won't go away. See, it will not go away at all. And when you get hit by it, guess what happens? See, it's not even my turn no more. Although I poked you out of that crystal, it's not my turn no more. It's your turn. So what that means is that downfall that you just hit me with, I gotta respect the 4-1 coming after that. I have to. I can't press nothing. So, as long as you flex on every hard knockdown, shoot, it could be in neutral. We can be just like this right here. Flex. See, we can be right there. And at this point, it's all about who's gonna get hit first, and whoever gets hit, it's not gonna be your turn anymore. Because of how plus it is. Like, it's got to be one of the it's so used by different players, it doesn't even make sense. Like, that's how strong this button is. However, this move right here, some people can hit them out. Like, I'm not saying like a down poke or anything, but I'm talking about if you do a knockdown and then you flex after and you think like, all right, I can do whatever I want now, they can still blow up that flex. Certain characters can blow it up, especially if they have multiple hitting, wake ups, a bunch of options. They can absolutely tear this armor apart, this flex apart. They can.
Could you give me an example of a character like that?
So the character that can break that completely is Katana. because she got those rising fans. She got those rising fans. It hits twice really fast, and you do not have time to block at all.
Even with okay, so it hits so fast that it shatters the armor and hits you, so you have to block. You can't just do whatever you want as usual.
Exactly. That's probably like the only character that I know that has something like that that can completely just blow it up like crazy. And if I had to say another one, I would say Alien. Alien got that slide so that like if you're trying to go in with forward one after the flex, he can slide and he can go basically through you and out the corner if he's in the corner. Or mid screen, he can go on the other side of it. But it depends on the player, the Tremor player. If he knows that an alien player is gonna like do some kind of slide or something, he can definitely do a down poke to make sure that they can't do anything. But other than that, I feel like Alien and Katana so far, in my opinion, they can blow it up.
What do you want to do this variation? Just get them in the corner, knock down, flex. But flex, like when you get hit, what does it do? Does it just remove the hit stun? Like how does it work exactly?
Okay, so basically this. Okay, so what happens is that when you're in this flex right here, and you do that right, I want you to try to poke back. Try down poke me. See? Or try to double down poke. See? You see how it said counter hit. So basically you're trying to take your turn. So whenever you see this flex right here, yeah, we definitely trade there. See, it's plus for no reason. It's plus. Like once you hit me out of it, it's not your turn anymore. It's mine. It's completely mine. And on top of that, not only is my turn, depending on how conditioned or you think I'm a down poke, I can go into grab. That's my option select. If you just gonna down poke me one time, I can do standing 2-1-2 for 50-50. Or if I really want to be greedy, I can just do that. I can absolutely do that. Why? Because it's not your turn anymore. It's not. You can try to mash me over and over. It will not work. It will not work at all.
Okay, so when someone is in flex, if they hit you, it can help you steal back your turn. And also, I think you take reduced damage when you get hit.
Oh yeah, yes you absolutely do. The meter burn version, not only it lasts longer, but you don't take damage. You do not take damage at all if you meter burn it. But if you do the regular one, I do take damage from it. But I feel like when you meter burn the flex, that is like your last resort. That's when you really trying to close out the round to either win the round or close out the match. That's the time that you see Crystalline players use their meter burn flex. They will never ever use it at the very beginning, middle. They will never use it at those times. They will always use it when it's like the last moment.
It's a nice comeback mechanic too.
Absolutely, it's a really dumb one. It is super dumb. Even doing the unblockable, like you can jump or you can punish me. So try to flex right quick, right? See, you can punish me because my recovery on this unblockable is completely slow. So if I do this, you can get a 4-1 punish. So whenever you hit Tremor out of that flex, it's his turn. And I also thought about other characters that can blow up the flex too. Melina can blow it up. Liu Kang can blow it up. Those characters, even Shinnok, he can blow it up if he can. Like, because of him having wake up shoulder.
Another thing is like if you jump, even if you get anti-aired, you drop to the ground. Is it enough to block? Okay.
No. It depends. It really depends on the option, whatever option you go for to try to anti-air. It actually depends. So if I see a Tremor player flex and they're trying to jump, I can hit them out of it. I can hit them out of it, but I need to make sure I'm doing another move to guarantee like that launcher. Because if I don't, then all it is just me hitting him out of it, and he can get a down poke.
With flex, could you does it like make like unsafe stuff safe? Can that work? Like if someone blocks this and you have flex on, could it protect you?
Yes, it can. It can absolutely protect you. So if I block that, all right, go ahead. See?
Okay.
Yeah, because like even when you risk the biscuit on the overhead, you still have that flex out, and it'll still be your turn, no matter what.
So it just keeps protecting you from making your own bad decisions.
Exactly. That's why you see some players doing it neutral, just like right here. So if I were to like jump back, I could just use flex. I could just flex, because from that point on, it's either you're trying to zone me or you're trying to get in. And if you're trying to do whatever, I'm gonna make sure I have this button ready. And it builds meter. So each and every time you are blocking, or each and every time you get knocked down, he is building meter off of this. He's building meter off of this move completely. In neutral, any situation, it can be an OS. He could do it in front of your face. We may never know, but this move builds meter like a bad habit. That's why you see Tremor have a bunch of meter in this variation, because that alone builds it, and it's so good that like, why wouldn't you use it?
How does flex work with armor, like with flash parry does? Is it any unique interactions?
No. If anything, so what happens is that I've actually tested this out. This does not work if I am in this flex form and just be ready to hit me. Okay, so I'm in flex. Like, if you were to read the armor, if you read the armor, that's coming. So if you can just down poke me. See? So flash parry, it can't work with the flex. It can't work. It cannot work at all. Because you're going to just knock me out of it. Because it's like, I already have this move as like an armor move, right? Flex is basically my armor move. So if I'm trying to stack armor on top of another armor, it's going to cancel out the animation if you down poke.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, there's no reason to even think of doing it if, you know, you're going to get hit out of it.
So if you're in flex, don't flash parry?
Right.
Okay. I had no idea that works that way. That's interesting. Do you have anything else to say on flex?
All I gotta say for flex is, y'all crazy. Y'all are crazy for using this button. That's all I gotta say about it.
Okay. Knockdown flex.
Knockdown flex. Yes, sir.
Summon crystal. Down, forward, tree.
See, I don't call it that. I call it the Jolly Rancher. That's what I call it. I call it the Jolly Rancher. It's like a big old candy that you can get from the candy store. You know what I mean? It look like a guy like that green green apple flavor, you know. But but the thing, what makes it so good is that you can use it as an interactable. You can use it as an interactable, or you can use it as like to extend a combo. So for example, like this, you can absolutely extend it. And you can use it as an option to zone with. So if I do a hard knockdown, I can summon this, and then from that point on, you gotta hold all the zoning that's coming at you. You gotta hold all of that. And on top of that, so as soon as I'm about to do something real quick. I want you to down poke. So this move right here, I want you to down poke. See? It has armor. Not only you can meter burn with this interactable, you can use it to knock someone down, and once you use it to knock someone down, you get that guarantee unblockable, or you can use it to try to get in. Wait, what just happened?
That was crazy.
Whoa, wait, what? Wait. Hold on. Okay. That was weird. It
was like you jumped in the other direction or something. You jumped off screen.
Oh wow. Okay, guys, this is something that I was not expecting, but but yeah, so basically you use this to like actually get in. So if the opponent is like far away from you and they're trying to like zone you and stuff like that, or they're trying to teleport and stuff like that, you can use this to, you know, get next to them. But I feel like when you are basically close to a corner, how high you jump, you're going to be in the corner. So it's best to use this when the opponent is in the corner completely, or in mid-screen, because you do not want to use this move while you're like approaching the corner, because you're gonna be in the corner. The opponent is not gonna be in the corner.
Okay. If you summon this, can the opponent use it and throw it at you?
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Look. Oh wow.
Oh, okay. So it's kind of like if you and then you back off. Don't do that, because you just leave something for your opponent to.
Absolutely. Like, if anything, it's only good to do it when they're away from you. That's the time you use it. And if you, like I said, like if you really want to get greedy, can you block for me real quick? You can, like, you know, do it in front of their face if they're not reacting. But like I said before, like Tremor as a character puts the fear in you. So, and the reason why is because he can armor, like you just witnessed it a few moments ago. If I do something like this and then go into another meter burn, that's my armor move. Although it's kind of crazy to use 2 bars of meter, like there's no reason to do that. But like I said, if the opponent is greedy, he can do that, be a hit advantage, and then from that point he can OS.
I've also seen I can't remember, was this Redox, I think? He does this crazy tech, like if you're blocking.
Yeah, oh yeah, sure. And
then he lands with a meaty kick and then goes back into pressure. It's a kind of wacky kind of setup. I'm not sure why he does it.
I feel like he does this because when you're in the corner and you try to do like a jump punch, sometimes this jump punch whiffs, right? So I feel like the jump kick was a much better option because if I'm in the corner and I use jump kick, then that's going to hit every time because of like the hitbox. So I'm pretty sure he was. So just stay the way you're blocking. So I'm pretty sure he was doing something like this.
Yeah, something like that.
So I'm pretty sure. So he was doing that to keep the pressure going, because the deep your kick is, right? Like how closer to the ground and you're jump kicking, the more plus it is. So you can do anything, after that jump kick. So you can do jump kick into a flash parry. You can do jump kick into a down poke, because, like I said, it's definitely plus on block. The deeper you're closer to the ground.
Since everyone's so scared of Tremor, you can just do all kind of wacky shenanigans and no one would expect it.
Oh yeah.
Like you're just in the middle of a string and you just say summon a crystal. And everyone's just afraid to press anything.
I'm not gonna lie, this button is I feel like this is a very reliable button. And it's very reliable when you do a hard knockdown into this. You do a knockdown into that. Like, as a very reliable source of like pressure, but people rely on flex after the knockdown because not only it builds meter, but you can take a turn back.
So it's kind of underutilized, but
you
can find your own uses. And
Absolutely.
well, in a meter burner, it just comes out faster. Crystal Shatter, down back one.
This move right here, it has a different look to it. The whole animation looks like a shield. It looks like a wall. Even the one on the ground, it looks like a table if you're doing it on the ground. Same, if you use the up version. And these right here, this is 0 on block. So if you were to block low, that's 0.
Really? It is?
Yeah. On here, okay, so if you look, it's not going to say...
15.
I know, right? It's definitely, it should say minus 15, right? But it's not. It's not minus 15 at all. Because if it was, you'd be able to get a punish on me. See? You should be able to punish me. But you can't. So, which tells me that this move is not minus 15 on block. It is either 0 or like +1 on block.
Alright, let's do the jump test. After thing, we'll just jump and see. Well, it looks the same, I guess. So it's 0 on block. That's amazing. I wonder why. There's a lot of moves in the move list that are wrong.
And to be honest with you, that's one of the reasons why they use this variation. It's not just about the flex. It's also about this button right here. This is their like condition you completely with this button so they can get this button. Because you can react to this overhead, but we're trying to condition you with this button more. Just to keep you blocking in shoe. Even now alone, look at the radius of it. I'm like far away from you and you're still getting it. And guess what happens? You gotta guess again. And then look what you just did. I forced you to jump. So if you jump on me, knockdown, flex. So you gotta hold it again. Then I gotta guess if you're gonna commit to the jump. If you do commit to the jump, your jump punch is gonna whiff. Because how angled my body is, like how my upper body is, like, you know, hanging out just to do the low. So
you lower yourself, you low profile in a way.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is like your move to do when you're like in this range. I mean, you can do it up close. Don't do it anywhere because it is 0 on block. And if the opponent's trying to take their turn back, so if you were to block, I can do flash parry into a grab. I can do the back 3 string into it. Oops. See?
Okay.
It's like it's a stupid dumb button. Like, this move is so dumb. So I'll even back up some more. I'll probably be like right here. Like right here. It'll still hit because of how big the radius is.
Okay. And also you can just cancel it and, you know, and grab or something.
Yep.
Off a grab, do you have enough time to flex?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the reason is because Tremor puts the fear in you. He's going to force you to delay wake up. He's going to force you to delay wake up because his strings are so strong. So yeah, if I do grab, I can absolutely flex. See, I have time to flex and then have time to block. And from that point on, if you're trying to catch him with something, absolutely I'm going to punish you after, because it's plus.
So 0 on block, not minus 15 like it says. And this is force people block, so like this will cover your rolling cutter, because people are so scared of this, they'll just take they'll be too scared to jump out of the pressure.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's absolutely correct. Because that's what it's being used for. It's being used to condition people to just block low all the time. And then, mind you, if you condition them enough, 4-2. I always tell people, like, don't be afraid to use this button right here, because this button, they're gonna be afraid of this low, especially this low. Do it right after. So you can definitely mix it up with this, and then guess what? I'm like in this range right here. So that means flash parry.
Does this have any armor?
No.
Okay.
Guess I have no armor at all. Because guess what happens? It launches. It used to have armor. It used to have armor. It was crazy when it had armor. Like, this was your go-to move to do after, like, you're done with your string, or when you're like negative or something, you try to still have your turn. That is the move to go for. But since they took the armor away from it, now it's all about this armor move.
Do you have anything else to say about Crystal Shatter?
The one thing I will say though is you can absolutely absorb projectiles if timed correctly. Yes, you can. So try to do projectile, a low projectile. See?
Wow, I didn't even know that. Do the other variations do this?
No.
Shows only Crystal. Does it say that anywhere in the move list?
Nope.
It doesn't.
Like I said before, this variation is very defensive. That's why you have this move looking like a shield, because this is a very defensive variation. Try to do the high projectile.
Well, okay.
Yeah,
I now understand what you mean.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I should have said the. See, and absorbs that.
Okay. There's so many layers, but all you see is
that's all you need. That's all you need to win. That's all you need to do with this variation. There's like nothing else to it. That's why if anybody is trying to get into using Tremor, guaranteed they're gonna go to this variation. They're gonna go to this variation guaranteed. They will not use, Aftershock, or they will not use Metallic at all. They will absolutely go to this variation.
so. Since this is the last move, well, game plan is just get them to the corner, knock down flex, just do all your shenanigans. Cancel into grab. Flash parry. Since it's a neutral. Like when people do this, why do they always poke? Is it that you're scared of the flash parry?
Yes. Or it's just because they just want to get their turn back. Because even if the down 1 does whiff, you always have down 4. You always have down 4. So if you was in the corner, did knock down at the flex and then use the block real quick, you can definitely do it. You do down 4 if you have them conditioned enough. Because what happens is they're so scared to do anything once this is active. So once that's active, so can you not block real quick? Once the flex come out, guess what happens? You're blocking. So I can do this unblockable right here, so I can open you up. Because that you just sitting there blocking, I can do a OS after, like 4-2 or grab. There's so many routes to take when flex is there. Because if you get hit, I am still plus and it's still my turn. It would never be your turn. So I can do whatever I want.
Get them to the corner, knock down flex, do whatever you want.
Although some characters can punish. Some characters can punish the flex if the Tremor player is being too greedy.
Alright, so we have the general game plan, corner, flex. Does this version have any weaknesses, or is it just like the few characters that can deal with the armor?
The only weakness that it really has is like not having like an air projectile like Aftershock. Because what happens is this is 24 on starter. So basically, like, you're gonna go up against characters that have a much faster projectile like Cassie or like Katana, Melina, like Lou. If Tremor is like in this range right here, he has to get up close. He has to get up close to avoid all the zoning that comes to part. That's why what you just did right there is a perfect example. That's why Tremor players will use flash parry to try to blow past whatever projectile they're throwing at, and then sometimes they will try to jump just because of like, if you do jump, you get like you go further, and you don't really use up that much stamina when you're jumping instead of just committing just like a full sprint. Because once your stamina is completely gone, do not think about jumping, do not think about doing anything, because if you get caught, you cannot break her.
So just he has a weaker than usual projectile, but with Tremor, once you get them to the corner, well, you don't have to worry about anything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They really don't.
Give it a